Everybody in my feed has been dunking on this post. And actually, I can see why. Because this is really terrible advice and it is done extremely well. It is very, very popular. Granted, a lot of the comments are criticizing it, but many of them are also grateful because what is being offered here is you can save thousands of dollars a year and make yourself more efficient by getting rid of software products that give you data about, in this case, SEO, like keyword data, which is a kind of audience research. And instead, you can replace it with these prompts in ChatGPT. The reason this is a terrible idea is because if you take this and you copy and paste it over to ChatGPT, it will confidently give you data that is not correct. And of course, this is going to bias you and lead you to make poor decisions about keywords and competitive intelligence and site optimization and all sorts of things. And that's what a lot of the comments and people dunking on it have complained about. But I do want to be a little fair to the fact that there are prompts and things you can do with AI that can help you in marketing, just not getting data out of it, just not producing actual content. And so these 7 things, every single one of them is terrible. I think that's why it got so dunked on and because it was so visible. But hang with me for just a second. Let's say, you guys know I'm obsessed with this ultrasonic knife from my buddy Scott Heimerdinger. Like it becomes sharper than the blade physically is because it passes this ultrasonic signal through there, and it's just awesome. Like, it's so cool to see. Yeah. And the food release is amazing. I got to play with the prototype and I think it's just awesome. So let's just say that we want to analyze people who search for the best chef's knife in the United States and then do some clever things with that data. Like, this is real data, which you could get data from your Google Analytics or your SEO tools or other things, just like in this dunked on example. And then you can take that real data and use intelligent prompts to get some of the value that he's sort of potentially proposing. But if you have non-real data, things get really bad. So, okay, take a look at this. If we go to, so this is data about what people who search for best chef's knife in the US have done on the web, what social networks they're on, which search and AI tools they use, which websites they visit, all that kind of stuff. Then we click to take action. And my friend and chief of staff now, part-time chief of staff, Christy Bolsinger, worked with Casey Henry, my co-founder, and developed these very sophisticated prompts that take data. So if you want to, for example, if Scott wanted to generate headline ideas for Seattle Ultrasonics, he could say, hey, I am trying to get sales. I am B2C. My product category is chef's knives. My product is ultrasonic chef's knife. Funnel stage I'm targeting is consideration, and primary traffic source to the page right now, at least, is organic social, much of it from YouTube, although indirectly through Google search for the brand. And this is going to be a landing page. So now I'm going to click take action, and using all that information that I just gave it, SparkToro is going to take that plus the data from the actual audience and then send it over. And you're getting results kind of like this, right? But you're getting it from real data and real inputs instead of this sort of faked hallucinated data. I'm not saying every one of these is great. In fact, I don't like the first suggestion. It sounds too corporate and boring to me. But I do like this upgrade your kitchen message. I like traditional techniques because a lot of people, I think, who are concerned about the chef's knife, that I've seen at least, worry that they're going to have to change how they cut. But no, this is traditional techniques. Dull knives ruin meals. Yes, thank you. I wouldn't say sonic speed because ultrasonics is a whole category. But anyway, like, what I'm saying is this is not data that is false or wrong or will mislead you. These are ideas which can get you thinking. And that is the whole concept that I think AI can actually help with, is when you take good data, real data about your customers, your audience, your keywords, your analytics data, your conversion data, your surveys and interview data, like any kind of data. It doesn't have to be SparkToro audience research. And then you say, oh yeah, I want to brainstorm some visual content ideas for Seattle Ultrasonics, and my content goal is to, in this case, increase sales and revenue, B2C, take action. And the customization and then that sending that customized stuff to the AIs is where you get useful stuff. For any of you who've played with LLMs and are experts in it, you already know what I'm talking about. Like, you've done this a million times. But for those of you who are tempted by this type of, seemingly compelling idea to save thousands of dollars and become more efficient and faster, I want to urge you to instead keep using all these tools that he's recommending against to get the real data that you need, and then pass that information to an LLM to help you with ideation, not actual creation and hallucination. That's where the real problem comes into play in AI tool world.